Hey everybody, what's going on? I would like to talk about nutrition. And nutrition has played a very key role in how I act, how I think as a military training instructor. Now, I'm going to try to make this short just to tell you my diets and what I take to stay physically fit, ready to go. Now, I'm in my mid-40s right now, and I feel like I'm 17. Some people will tell you that I act like I'm 17 years old because I'm just bouncing everywhere, especially with the flight and everything like that. And a part of that is just the passion and the love that I have for actually doing it. So that helps. But having the energy to do all the inspections and to stay on top of your game, I owe this to my nutrition. So let me give you some of my nutritional recipes and what I take. So the first thing I take is L-cetyl L-carnitine, also known as Alcar, A-L-C-A-R. And if you look this up, this is a supplement that passes the blood-brain barrier, and it has a really good effects on the brain. So that's one of the things that I take. It also supplies you with a little bit of energy. Assisted by that is something known in a lot of supplements. It's called beta-alanine. It has a little tingle when you take it. That's the side effect of it. I like the tingles. If you don't like the tingles, then to each its own. But this stuff will really get you going. It really gets you going. It's long lasting. Right now it's past noon. I took it this morning, my beta-alanine and my L-cetyl L-carnitine and two others I'm going to talk to you about, and I still feel it. I still feel like I'm pinging. And this is all non-caffeinated stuff. The other two that I take is vitamin D3. Vitamin D3. It acts like a steroid in your body, and you get the benefits of that. Please research everything I'm saying. Don't believe anything I'm saying, but it's worth the research because that's going to give you conviction to actually get it. And then the last thing that I'll take is creatine. And creatine, you all know, is great for lifting weights, but it's also good for short bursts of energy needed activities. So just keep that in mind. I don't do a lot of creatine, but I just do the creatine that's just enough just to get through the day and just build that thing up in your system. I also take minerals, and these are my secondary things that I take. They become more of a primary later, but I do less of the dose compared to the acetyl-carnitine and the beta-alanine and the creatine and the vitamin D3. So all four of these things, I'll usually use like a cup and put it in a big container, and then I'll mix it with my secondary stuff, which is going to be a half cup to a quarter cup. So starting with my half cups is magnesium citrate, potassium citrate, zinc gluconate, and then I'll also take for the fourth one, I'll take like a vitamin B6 or a vitamin B5, and I'll mix that all together. And so half cups of all of those. And then actually I'll take that back. Zinc is a quarter cup because the zinc and the magnesium, they'll compete for each other. So the zinc will actually deplete magnesium absorption. So quarter cup of that. And I mix all of it together. And I do 1 spoonful a day, minimum. Sometimes when I get home, I'll take another spoonful. And I'll also mix it with a pre-workout. I'll take a whole pre-workout container, just throw it in there. And so I'm not getting as much caffeine during the day. So it's fantastic. I love it. I mainly do it just so that I age graciously. Some of the diets that I go on is the ketogenic diet, carnivore diet, intermittent fasting, and I'll weave intermittent fasting in between those. I'll go carnivore up to a certain point. So I think it's really important that when you weave these three together, and if I can't go carnivore, I'll go keto, and I'll go back and forth between those two. But I have amazing results from it. So back in 2013, I didn't notice, but I was gaining weight. And then one day I saw it in a video of, you know, the news that comes around, and they film the MTIs and they do like little commercials or whatever like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how big my stomach was getting. So that was right before I PCS in 2014 to then call the 24th Air Force. And people were talking about the keto diet. And I was like, you know, I need to get up on that. And in 30 days, I lost 30 pounds. I couldn't believe it. So high fat all day long. I drank MCT oil every single day. So I put a little bit in all my diet sodas, all my waters, everything, just a little bit. Yes, it had a little oily residue or whatever like that, but MCT oil gives you that energy. It just gives you a clean, easy going energy. Like you feel like, oh, you know, like it's just a little bit better than normal. So, and I usually focused on C8. So, you know, you have your medium chain triglycerides, you got your C6, your C8, your C10, your C12. C8 is the shorter of the medium, or the one of the shorter medium chain triglycerides. And if you take too much of it, you're gonna get the runs. But I just did just a little bit of it so I wouldn't get the runs. And I tell you what, sometimes just a little bit of MCT oil, it went a long way to getting me over a hump. It really did. So that's what I did. It was basically MCT C8 all day long. And it was great. I think it's capric acid, if I'm not mistaken. So this is some of the things that I've been taking. It helps me be able to get into my tailored uniforms and my blues. Look, I have a lot of pride in myself. I work out all the time, so I like to look the best in blues. So I would get my blues tailored to my smallest frame after my keto diet splurshes. So 2 weeks to a month, I would lose at least 15 and get tailored so that it forced me to maintain that body weight. So just try to keep that in mind. To each its own. Look, when you feel good, you look good, you perform well. So take care of your body. So hopefully it wasn't too confusing. If you have any more questions, hit up in the comments below. All right. God bless. Take care.